When we think about the Stonewall riots, we often picture a pivotal moment in the fight for LGBTQ+ rights, a flashpoint that ignited a movement across America. But what often gets overshadowed in this narrative is the vital role that Black LGBTQ+ individuals played in this historic event and the broader civil rights movement. It's essential to recognize that the struggle for equality has never been a monolith. It has always been a tapestry woven with the threads of diverse voices and experiences. Picture this. It's June 28, 1969, and the Stonewall Inn in New York City is buzzing with energy. This isn't just any bar. It's a safe haven for those who felt ostracized by society. But what many don't realize is that the people who stood up and fought back against the police that night were not just white gay men. They were a vibrant mix of individuals, including Black and Latinx LGBTQ+ folks, who were tired of being marginalized not just for their sexual orientation, but also for their race. Marsha P. Johnson, a Black transgender woman, and Sylvia Rivera, a Latina transgender activist, were at the forefront of this rebellion. Their courage and determination to stand up against oppression sparked a fire that would change the landscape of civil rights in America forever. The impact of Black LGBTQ+ individuals at Stonewall extends far beyond that night. Marsha and Sylvia didn't just fight for the rights of gay men. They fought for the rights of everyone within the LGBTQ+ spectrum, emphasizing the need for intersectionality in the movement. They understood that the fight for liberation couldn't be separated from the fight against racism, sexism, and classism. Their activism laid the groundwork for future generations, reminding us that the struggle for equality is interconnected. Fast forward to the 1970s and 1980s, and we see the emergence of organizations like the Black Gay and Lesbian Leadership Forum, and the establishment of events like the first Pride marches. These spaces provided a platform for Black LGBTQ+ voices, highlighting the unique challenges they faced within both the LGBTQ+ community and society at large. Yet, even as these voices began to gain visibility, they often found themselves sidelined in conversations about LGBTQ+ rights, overshadowed by the narratives dominated by white individuals. This marginalization continues to resonate today, as we still grapple with issues of representation and inclusivity. The AIDS crisis in the 1980s further illuminated the disparities faced by Black LGBTQ+ individuals. While the epidemic ravaged communities, the response was often slow and inadequate, particularly for those who were already marginalized. Activists like Johnson and Rivera were instrumental in advocating for the needs of those affected, emphasizing that the fight against AIDS was also a fight against systemic racism and neglect. They brought attention to the fact that the most vulnerable among us were often the ones left behind, a truth that still holds weight today. As we reflect on the legacy of Stonewall and the ongoing struggle for civil rights, it's crucial to elevate the voices of Black LGBTQ+ individuals. Their contributions have shaped the movement in profound ways, and their stories deserve to be told. We need to understand that the fight for equality is not just about gay rights, it's about dismantling the intersecting systems of oppression that affect us all. So, as we celebrate Pride and honor the history of Stonewall, let's commit to amplifying the voices of Black LGBTQ+ individuals. Let's recognize their vital role in our shared history and ensure that the narrative we tell is inclusive and representative. Because true liberation can only be achieved when we stand together, acknowledging and uplifting every voice in the fight for justice. The journey is ongoing, and it's up to us to carry it forward.